He's a friend of the show, by the way. Zander Gambill joins us. He's TCA's Vice President of Membership Outreach. He joins us. We always, once a month, have our friends from TCA on for Load 'em Up, Move 'em Out. And it is great to have him. And it's really kind of fun topic for a Friday. We're talking about Professional Drivers of the Year and the contest. Hey, Zander, welcome back. Good to have you. How you been?
Good. Thanks for having me back. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I've been well and keeping busy here at TCA, and hope you guys are there as well.
We're actually having a blast and a half, as you've probably been noticing. TCA Professional Drivers of the Year.com. Unpack it for us. Tell us about the competition, and then tell us about the application process.
Yeah. So the nomination period is now open for the TCA Professional Drivers of the Year. And these drivers will be recognized. There's 5 drivers total. They'll be recognized at our annual convention next February and March in Orlando. And we're looking for drivers that have a great safety record, have been given back to the community, not only locally but within their truckload community. We're looking for great stories where they've overcome obstacles. They're strong role models. It's not necessarily a long career award, but something more. You can see what has the driver done in the last year or so. So we're looking for all kinds of individuals, and nominations are open right now through December 5th. And I think you just mentioned the website, which is great. And I think I mentioned before on the show that we launched this awards program a few years ago, and basically the sponsors Loves and Cummins stepped up to give more award money. So we're able to give 5 drivers $20,000 each, and it's become kind of a big hit at our closing banquet every year now at a convention, and people come just for this banquet to celebrate these great drivers.
By the way, guys, let me kind of lay it out for you as well. They're looking for exceptional drivers who have made a significant impact over the past year on the industry, their driver colleagues, their community, and their company that employs them. And by the way, Zander makes such a good point. If, in fact, you've been doing this, say, 4 or 5 years, maybe even 10, but you say, I'm not that kind of driver yet. I need a little bit more time under my belt. It is literally a snapshot in time. It's about the driver of the year. It isn't a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Correct.
It isn't a Citizen Driver Award. It's about if you had a great year, or if somebody who works for you had a great year, lights out. It could even, part of the pitch could be like, was a fair to Midland driver and decided this was the year that they would become the driver they always could be. There's all kinds of routes to make this happen. Superior safety records, strong role models can figure into this, and inspiring stories like the kind that Zander and I are talking about. Can you kind of give a sense of what previous winners have been like in a general way? You can go specific if you want to, but give us a sense.
Yeah, I can get a little specific. We've had everyone from owner-operators, successful owner-operators, to driver trainers, to actual, obviously, drivers as well. And, what really resonates with me are some of the stories and the obstacles they've overcome. And, we've had a driver that's deaf that's a productive driver out there on the roads. We've had drivers with health issues that have come back to continue driving. We have a driver that was in an abusive relationship that's overcome that. We've had some immigrants that have come to the States, become U.S. citizens, and become great professional drivers as well. And, I could go on, but I should say, too, at that website you mentioned, TCA Professional Drivers of the Year.com, we have all of the profiles of the last 3 years of the winners. So you can see their write-up as well as a video that their company produced on them. And it's pretty impactful and just emotional as you go through those driver stories.
By the way, it's also a good moment if, in fact, you are not yet a member of TCA. This is kind of a good, and you've been thinking about becoming a member. This is a good time to do it because maybe you have a driver who you really are proud of, or somebody who you're proud of in regards to your fleet or your small business. Maybe it's time to become a member of TCA because if they have to work for a TCA member company, correct?
That is correct, yeah. So the driver's company needs to be an active TCA member. So great point there. And we love for anyone who's out there listening to join TCA and nominate a driver as soon as possible.
And by the way, guys, another quick reminder, Zander said it, but I'm going to say it again because a lot of radio is repetition. February 28th through March the 3rd, 2026, the annual convention in Orlando. Come on, man, nominate somebody. If they win, you get to go down there to Orlando in February. Trust me, February 28th, going to Orlando then is peak time to go if you're from the Midwest. Let me tell you, it's a great place to be at that point, right?
Exactly, and also with Cummins and Love stepping up, a driver can come, all expenses paid, airfare, flight, obviously registration at the convention, full access to everything while you're down there in Orlando, and bring family and friends. And it's a really, really great awards banquet. And that happens on the last day, which you said was March 3rd. So that evening is our closing banquet. And again, the highlight of that banquet is this Professional Driver of the Year Awards program.
Zander said it. We're going to keep on repeating this because it's a big deal and it's a lot of fun. TCA Professional Drivers of the Year.com. The driver must be employed by a TCA carrier member, and the nominator must be a current driver employer. The application must be completed online. It's why Zander and I keep giving you that that website, and submitted through the TCA application process. The verification of submitted information will include direct contact with the motor carrier to whom the nominee is under contract, and may include credit reports, motor vehicle reports, and other background checks as required. But guys, go ahead and go through it. Get yourself in the game. And by the way, you guys don't have any problem with somebody, a TCA member not thinking about it, and the driver going to them and saying, "Hey, I've had a really good year. Would you mind putting my name up?" They can do that. There's no reason why they can't. Correct?
Oh yeah, no harm at all. Yeah, so you can encourage your driver manager or trainer or whoever to nominate you, and kind of go through the process. And I don't have it in front of me, but I think there's probably 8 to 10 questions, and there's a headshot required to upload, a driver record, I believe, safety record. Some questions on giving back to the community, and is this person served in the military or some other kind of capacity, and it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and guys, listen up really quickly. I mean, this stuff is all laid out in the contest rules, which, by the way, is on the front page of TCA Professional Drivers of the Year.com. Remember that as a company, you can't flood the zone either. You may nominate up to 5 drivers. Some people, that's very, very easy. Some people, it might be a hard choice. Or maybe they want to nominate just one person to maximize it. By the way, if that's how you kind of roll, I would suggest then you do something internally in your own company. Name your 5 drivers of the year, and then send TCA one of them. However you want to handle this. This really is an opportunity to create a culture of both safety and professionalism by kind of just simply letting people know that as an active TCA member, you're going to be doing this every year and being a part of it. What else is going on, Zander? What's happening with you in regards to TCA and the rest of the world?
Yeah, good question. We're staying busy. We're starting the promotion for the convention we talked about next year. So we've got a big lineup there, not only Professional Drivers of the Year, but we have lots of educational workshop panels and discussions. And we've hired on Jimmy Johnson, the ex-NFL coach, to be our keynote speaker. So we're busy promoting that event. And then we will be in Canada, in Mississauga, just outside of Toronto, next Wednesday for our Bridging Border Barriers event. So I don't know if anyone's listening up north, but we will be in Mississauga on the 19th, I believe it is, Wednesday, and it's a one-day kind of meeting where we have educational sessions. We have keynote speaker Dave Heller is going to speak and give the government affairs update. There's a session on cargo security and all kinds of good stuff happening there, just to kind of show some love for our Canadian members up in Mississauga.
Yeah, and I give you points for pronouncing Mississauga right. By the way, Joanne Ritchie of OBAC gave me massive points, which she actually we had a Canada calling show where she made me go through all of these different Canadian locations and see if I could properly pronounce them. I did okay, by the way.
They can be tough.
Yeah, Mississauga is one of my favorites, by the way. Let me ask you another question too. In regards to the TCA Professional Drivers of the Year.com, it's important for people to remember that if you're gonna be nominated and you accept your nomination, if you go down there, you're gonna be feted, which means you're gonna go down there and be prepared to have a lot of people kind of fawning over you and talking to you. You don't just show up for the award ceremony. It's a full in. You kind of integrate yourself into that community for that conference over in Orlando, and that's why that headshot is so important. And all of that stuff, by the way, and Zander, I don't want to say that things are cosmetic, but it's important to remind people that even if the record is great, you need to, Brad Bentley and I have talked about this for the Transition in Trucking Award. You need to make sure your packet, however you submit the person, looks as professional as it possibly can. Not that you guys are going to ignore an amazing driver, but you want to make sure that the person stands out, correct?
Oh, yeah, it helps, yeah. Appearance and, all of the above. And I should mention, too, in terms of, being involved with the convention and whatnot, and it's we don't require a whole lot beyond that. We ask the drivers throughout the year. A lot of them come to our call in Washington in September, which is great to have that driver perspective as we're meeting with regulators and legislators on Capitol Hill there. And it's optional if they want to come to our safety and security meeting in June. And I think in the past we've had some driver panels as well. So it's not overly schedule-wise in terms of just commitments that you need to do with this driver of the year. The big one is coming to a convention and being part of that, and as you said, integrating and being recognized and just enjoying the full 3.5 days down there in Orlando.
3.5 days in Orlando is enough for me. And by the way, if they want to get more information from you, if they have any questions, who do they write to?
Yeah, they can give me a call or write me. My phone number, if I'm allowed to say here, is 571-444-0301. 571-444-0301, or you can email me at zgambill, ZGAMBILL, at truckload.org, and all my information is out there at www.truckload.org as well as at our website. Very accessible and happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, TCA Professional Drivers of the Year, friend of this show, Zander Gambill, has taken a lot of rides and welcomed us as a honored guest at many of his events. I can't thank you enough. It's good to hear your voice again. Go have a great weekend.
Thank you, man. All right, appreciate it. Thanks again, guys.
You got it.